Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Tharp, board certified internal medicine physician and coach. I help women reverse prediabetes and type 2 diabetes naturally. So, I am here tonight to let you know it is possible. So, I've been doing a series every night where I share some pearls with everyone, and I thank everyone who is going to be tuning in to listen to these pearls. And I encourage you, tonight is about you. Everything I say is about you. Get your notepad, get a pen, and write the points down. Implement it into your lifestyle. At least one or two of them, and I promise you, you're gonna notice a change in your blood sugars. So the first thing is that the topic I wanted to address tonight is you are doing all the right things, yet your blood sugar is still high. Why? And that's super frustrating. And a lot of the women who I talk to have that exact struggle when they decide to work with me. So, we're going to talk about what you can do, five big things that you can consider changing that will make a change in your blood sugars. So, the first big, and I made some notes here, so I want to go over my notes. So, the first big change is that you are not doing everything simultaneously. So, reversing prediabetes and type 2 diabetes is several components that have to be orchestrated very well to achieve it. So, some of those components some of them are going to be of no surprise to you. Nutrition, okay, that's the foundation. Remember, this key point is what's healthy for everyone else is not healthy for you. So, that's where a lot of people go wrong. But nutrition is key. Understanding your nutrition, understanding how much your body needs, what components, what nutrients does your body need. So, understanding nutrition is key and coordinating that very carefully with um, with exercise, and that is also key. Okay, and coordinating that very carefully with habits, lifestyle habits that ultimately work in your favor to balance hormones. Okay, so habits, believe it or not, play a critical role in your day-to-day life. For example, sleep. What are your sleeping habits? Are your sleeping habits extremely disturbed? Are you sleeping? Are you up all night? Do you work the night shift? Because working the night shift is definitely a huge barrier to good blood sugar control. So just remember that your habits are also critical. Those have to be coordinated very well with diet and exercise. The other big thing is, what information do you have? Is it information that's accurate, or is it information that's not that great? Because if you don't have the right information, you're going to make the wrong decision. So make sure the sources of information are reliable, they're accurate, and they're appropriate for blood sugar control. And that is pretty much where mentorship comes in, right? Whether you talk to your doctor, you talk to a nutritionist. However, those are limited, right? How many of you have tried to get guidance from your doctor, from your primary care doctor? And that guidance is very limited because, unfortunately, doctors are very stretched today. They have a huge patient panel they have to see, and so they have very little time to truly guide you through that process. So make sure that the information you're getting is accurate, the guidance that you're getting is accurate. So, number one is, if your blood sugars aren't doing great, but you're convinced you're doing everything right, then very likely it's a problem with orchestrating everything. Now, let me look at my notes for number two. And so the second is, you're eating the wrong things. So, what I mean by that is that you've changed your diet and you're eating healthy. But just remember this: what's healthy for everyone is not healthy for you. Okay? Remember that what's healthy for everyone is not healthy for you. So if you have problems with insulin resistance, that whole wheat bread, it might not be necessarily healthy for you. That brown rice might not be healthy for you. So it's really important to that fruit smoothie loaded with fruits might not be healthy for you. Am I saying fruit is unhealthy? Absolutely not. Fruit is healthy, but you have to know how to go about it, how much to eat, and what your body can handle. Okay. So it's really, really, really important to have a very good understanding about about the foods that you're eating. Is it diabetic healthy? And that's the main thing. Now, the other big thing is you're doing great. You're eating healthy throughout the day. You know, you are doing your thing, but then you're snacking. Okay. And the problem with snacking is you easily underestimate exactly how much you're eating. You're underestimating how much sugar is in it. You're underestimating how many carbs is in it. So snacking can be a real problem because those small amounts that you're eating throughout the day really do add up. So it's really important that you eat balanced meals throughout the day, meals packed with protein and fiber, and you cut back on the snacking. I guarantee cut back on the snacking, and I challenge you, check your blood sugars. You know, at least one day, go without snacking, check your blood sugars. You probably notice a difference. Now, will your blood sugars be perfect just doing that? Maybe not, but you will notice a difference if you snack less. So it is important to cut the snacking out, eat balanced meals. Um, the next point is the type of exercise. So if you are doing everything right, then you're exercising too. There's no doubt about it. But the big question here is, number one, is your exercise going hand in hand with nutrition? Are you making sure you're dialed in? Your nutrition is dialed in? Because if it is not dialed in, then very likely exercise is not going to do a whole lot for you. So it's really important to make sure exercise and diet go hand in hand. The other thing is, are you doing the right exercises? Okay. And so you have to exercise in a very specific way. You have to exercise in a way that it holds on, it preserves your muscle mass, and you have to exercise in a way that will actually increase muscle mass. So weight training is important, and the process of progressive overload is important. So exercise in the way to maintain muscle mass, and what that entails is challenging your muscles by lifting weights. Resistance bands are also an option. So it's really important that if you feel that you're doing everything right, but your numbers just are not getting better, then one of those points is nutrition and exercise are out of whack, and you're doing the wrong exercises. And finally, the last point is that you lack accountability. So you are doing great all week, Monday to Friday. You stuck to a balanced diet. You did not snack. You exercised well. You were, on point. But then the weekend comes. You have a party to go to. You have a function to go to, and you say, you know what, I did good all week. This might not count, right? This might not be a big deal. And so, you eat a little bit more than you would, or you eat the things you normally wouldn't. Well, let me tell you that very likely that is enough to throw you off, and that is enough to inhibit your progress. So it's really important that you stick to the plan. Stick to the plan no matter what setting you're in. You stick to that healthy diet. When you go out, if you're going to a restaurant, it's important to look at the menu ahead of time and have an idea of what you're going to order. Okay. Make sure that you're sticking to the program throughout the week. And that way you will see a sustainable decrease in your blood sugars rather than this up and down pattern. Because if you're not able to stay consistent, then you're not going to move forward. It's like 10 steps forward and then 10 steps backward. So you end up in one spot. Accountability helps with that process too. So if you find that discipline is an issue, having an accountability partner is important. So that's where you lean on family. That's where you lean on friends. That's where you lean on communities, groups of people who are having the same challenges and who share challenges. And so it's really important to have a sense of accountability. So obviously that's something that I have very much built into my program, the Reverse Her Challenge. It's a program that is geared to helping women stay accountable on their journey, in addition to understanding all the other points that I mentioned. The Reverse Her Challenge, we're a community of women, and we understand each other's journey because we've all been there. I, as a physician, I am a doctor, but I'm not perfect. So I have been exactly where a lot of you have been. I was 43 pounds overweight, insulin resistant, on the verge of being started on blood pressure medications. My path was going the wrong way, and I decided to make changes. And I would not have been able to make those changes without a community, without the support, and without the proper guidance, without the proper information. So it's really important. Make sure you have an accountability partners like training wheels. As you start to see the improvement in your blood sugars, then obviously it gets easier to maintain a good lifestyle. So those are my 5 points. um, if you really feel that you want access to the Reverse Her Challenge, you want to learn more about it, you want to be a part of that movement, then you can go ahead and click the link in my profile. You can go ahead and book a free discovery call, and that is how you can, that is your first step to making a sustainable change, to achieving accountability, and to be moving forward instead of being anxious about being feeling stuck. So with that, I am going to close off. I will be doing this every night. I will have a different topic to discuss, and every topic that I discuss is to help you have the right information that you need to reverse prediabetes or type 2 diabetes naturally. And the efforts that we make and I make by giving you this information, I'm doing it in such a way that you don't feel like you're starving yourself. You don't feel miserable on that journey. I'm giving you tips that are sustainable, that you can easily implement into your lifestyle. So tune in every night with me so I can continue to share with you how you can conquer prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or even just insulin resistance. And, it's really an honor to help everyone achieve that goal just like I did. So with that, I'm going to close, but I always leave some time for Q&A. So is anybody struggling with anything that they really want to ask? Is there any issue that anyone wants to bring forward? Does anybody have any ideas about what they want me to talk about in one of these sessions? Because I always love the input of my audience. I think I have a chat. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Okay, thanks, Philip. And oh, Shonda, awesome. Yay. I look forward to meeting with you on Monday as well. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I look forward to talking to you on Monday as well, Shonda. Awesome. All right. So with that, tune in every night with me. Most nights, anyways, I come in here and I share valuable tips. So and again, please go ahead and share any topics that you want me to cover, any questions. I'm more than open to do that. All right. Have a good night, Philip, and have a good night, Shonda. And I can't wait to meet you on Monday.